You walk into a room and you feel it instantly. A shift in the air, a change in how people hold themselves. Most people call it a gut feeling, but it's actually your brain reading tiny silent signals that others are leaking. The truth is, people are always talking. They just aren't using words. Take the feet. If you want to know what someone is really thinking, stop looking at their face and look at their toes. When someone is bored or wants to leave, their feet will point toward the nearest exit, even if their face is turned toward you, smiling and nodding. Their mouth might be polite, but their feet are already halfway out the door, or the way they hold their hands. When someone is stressed or hiding something, they often cover the area around their neck. It's a very old animal reflex to protect the most vulnerable part of the body. If you ask a direct question and they immediately reach up to touch their throat, their collar, or their necklace, that's a sign of discomfort. They are feeling a sudden need to shield themselves from your words. Then there's the blink rate. Most people think someone who doesn't blink is focused or honest. It's actually the opposite. When a person is under high pressure, like when they're crafting a lie, their brain works double time. It ignores small automatic things like blinking. If someone is staring at you with a gaze that feels just a little too still, a little too fixed, they aren't being sincere. They are managing the image they are projecting to you. But the most powerful tool for reading someone isn't a gesture, it's a reaction. It's called the mirroring effect. When two people are getting along, they naturally copy each other's posture. If you lean in, they lean in. If you cross your legs, they do the same. It's a silent way of saying, I am like you, I am safe to be around. Watch for the person who refuses to mirror. Or, better yet, the person who mirrors too perfectly. When someone starts to copy your every move after you've just met, it's often a sign that they are trying too hard to get you to trust them. It's a performance. Genuine connection happens in the background. If you notice them mimicking you, it's a red flag that they are watching you far more closely than you are watching them. Then there is the concept of micro-expressions. These are flickers of real emotion that last less than a second. You tell a story, and for one tiny moment, the person's lip curls or their eyebrows pinch together before their polite smile snaps back into place. That tiny gap between their true feeling and their forced mask, that is where the truth lives. Most people miss it because they are too busy listening to what is being said. If you want to read a person, you have to stop listening to the words entirely. Words are easy to fake. Words are planned. Bodies are not. Think about the last time you felt like you couldn't trust someone, even though everything they said sounded perfect. You weren't being paranoid. You were picking up on a mismatch after. Their words said one thing, but their body was screaming something else. Your subconscious brain is a master at finding these gaps. The mistake most people make is that they talk themselves out of their own instincts. They think, well, they seem nice, so I must be imagining things. But you aren't imagining it. You're noticing that their walk doesn't match their talk. You don't need a degree in psychology to see the truth. You just need to stop looking at the person you want them to be and start looking at the human being standing in front of you. When you learn to watch the feet, the neck, and those tiny flickers of emotion, the world changes. You stop being a spectator. You start being an observer. And once you start seeing these patterns, you can never look at another person the same way again.